Hey everybody, I think that worked.
Yeah.
It should
Good
have
evening.
worked.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good,
It's
good evening.
We don't do that here.
Sorry. Howdy, y'all.
Closer.
How y'all doing?
How are y'all doing? We're back. We're playing a game. It's good time.
Yeah.
We don't need to go around and reintroduce ourselves, do we? You
No,
can read those. You can read those labels that we got underneath us.
I'm just gonna keep telling people to check the VODs so that David will put them up. Just every episode is gonna be like, yeah, just check the VODs, and then we're gonna get a bunch of tweets like, couldn't find any VODs. So weird.
Oh man. Well, clearly we have all the time to do those.
Yeah.
We are gonna go over the game again though, because I think that's important. We're playing Urban Shadows. It's a political urban fantasy role-playing game where mortals and supernatural creatures vie for power in a modern-day city. It is no longer being kickstarted for the second edition, but hey, you can still pre-order it. Go look it up. It's real cool, and we're using the quick start rules for it. And they were done by Magpie Games. That's it. That's the spill. Go support the game because it's fun playing it before it even comes out. How y'all doing? Y'all about ready to get back into this?
Yeah.
We're ready.
Sure, let's
Certainly.
do it. We'll do announcements at the end. That's good. I'm ready.
We see the shops of Underhill. Yeah. I'm very tired.
We need you to do the leather thing before we start.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. We see the shops of Underhill Street, cast in the glow of sunset, blossoming magnolia trees shielding the crowds below from the final brutality of the summer sun. One man walks out of a building clearly frustrated. He scans the street, knowing someone had gotten the better of him. Someone he would find. Someone he would ruin. Our gaze shifts upward to the window of a room overlooking the street, where we see a man with hair cascading in fiery curls over the side of his face, barely covering the pointed tips of his elven ears. He gazes over the street with a look of absolute satisfaction. A younger man walks into the room, his hand habitually tapping against the book bag at his hip before he stops himself. Everything go according to plan? He asks, knowing full well the answer. The older man takes a sip of dark liquid out of a very short glass, still smirking, then turns to face the boy. Oh yes, I'd say you certainly helped me and mine out. And a favor is repaid in kind, the younger man says expectantly. The elf smiles. Now you're getting how we do things around here. He snaps his fingers, and a small wooden box appears on the table beside the younger man. When the boy thanks him, collecting his payment, the elf replies, "You're always welcome. Don't be a stranger now," before turning back to the window, to drink in the sight of his rival stomping away with one last swallow of whiskey. We have a couple of things that we need to resolve from our last session. Why don't we start with Abraham? Abraham, you had gotten a text after about a day or two after the last session, where somebody had asked you to meet at a cafe for breakfast. Do you oblige?
Yes. Yeah. He drives his little beat up truck down there.
All right. So you make your way to Cafe Laverne. It is within the historic downtown district. It's a few blocks away from Fontaine Alley, where the murder happened. And as you pull up, there are a few people out. Do you go sit down? Do you look around for somebody?
Was I given a description? Because he's probably, if it's early morning, he's probably going to sit down and just order breakfast like normal.
So whenever you got in the text, they did specifically say my shop. So I think rolling put a face to a name makes sense. You'd be rolling with Mortalis.
Okay. This is 2d6s, yes?
Yes, everything is 2d6.
That was very bad. A 4.
Okay, so you do not know who you're looking for. But not long after you arrive, from behind you, you do hear, Mr. Abraham. And as you turn around, you see this tall, dark-skinned woman who has a black dress with like a little black denim jacket on top, and her hair wrapped up in cloth. Thank you for meeting me. I guess we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Miss Cleo LeBlanc.
Nice to meet you, Miss Cleo.
If you don't mind, let's sit down. I ordered some beignets. You want some? Some coffee?
He kind of looks at the food that he already ordered. Sounds great.
Now, you're the person who found that poor boy in my shop.
Yeah, I was expecting him to be alive, but yeah, I found him in there.
Something awful was happening there. And we're trying to look into it.
It was very odd. We searched that room. I hope it, I didn't intrude or anything, but we looked around that room for him, and then once everyone was gone, a door appeared in the wall. Now, you don't have to explain that to me if you don't want to.
There's a lot of defenses in my shop that aren't working exactly as I intended them to do. And I think that has to do with these weakening planar borders, and I want to figure out what happened to that boy. It would be a lot easier to do if I could get the feeds from my cameras. But as for right now, my shop is a crime scene, and I can't really get in there. Mr. Abraham, do you have any connections with the police? Or if not,
From a past, likely so. It may take me a little bit, depending on who's still around.
if you can get the tapes from that night, either from the police force or from the manufacturer, they're also here in the city, that would greatly help me figure out what's going on, what could be happening around my shop. And I would very much like to resolve what's happening around my shop.
I have a friend that I think would like very much to see those tapes.
Well, I'd be happy to provide them. But if you agree to do this, you'd be doing me a favor. What can I do for you? Oh, and you don't have to answer now. Just maybe think on it.
Over the last few days, I could probably use a lot of favors, so I'll think on it. How about that?
Well, that's perfectly fine, Mr. Abraham. Is there anything else that you want to make sure happens between you and Miss Cleo before we move on?
At this moment, I don't think so. No.
Okay. Well, you have agreed to try and find these security cameras, and she does say that if you can't find an in with the police, that her security cameras they are made by a manufacturer in town called Tyrant Security, and she would assume that they would also be able to retrieve the tapes.
To get an idea, would this, like, they would have it, maybe the recordings from the cameras are stored in their cloud or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Virgil,
Yeah.
whenever we left, you had remind me what exactly you were looking for information on.
I was checking down Sarah Bickham. And someone from Knight had some info for me.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look. I have more specifics than that. Logan Daniels
Mm-hmm.
has information for me, and we're meeting at the Riverwalk.
Yes. So it is actually Akiko who tells you about Logan and says to meet him at like 7:30 on the Riverwalk.
What pal? No.
And is willing to take you there.
Okay. Sure.
Right. Cool. So she drives by in a very expensive car.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to make a scientist joke, so as to not say Elon Musk's company. But yeah, she picks you up and starts driving to the Riverwalk.
Mm-hmm. Who was her like patron? Her boss? Do I know that? Not the one who's dead, right? That's a different.
It is not the one who said.
Okay.
You know what? I don't think we ever established that.
Okay, that's fair. That's fine. I was just trying to make sure it wasn't the same one, but
It's not.
But yeah, Virgil would just be making small talk. Just like, how's business?
Business is going really well, and in fact, I'm looking to score a few more, and just maybe not even contracts anymore. Just little deals. Just,
What kind?
get in with the right people.
Yeah.
Cozy up.
What's your angle these days? Still doing real estate?
Oh, well, real estate is so lucrative. It's like I don't want to say free real estate, but like free souls.
Yeah, people would give up a lot for an apartment these days.
Don't I know it? It's delicious. You. Never mind.
Oh, come on.
I figured I would have told you to wear something a little bit more comfortable.
Oh, well, is this? I mean, I'm comfortable. It's the leather shoes, isn't it?
Yeah.
We
Anyway,
when you said Riverwalk, you meant like the part with the boardwalk, right? Like,
mhm.
okay, well, I feel like there's more to it than that if my shoes are a problem.
But eventually she does pull up to like the boardwalk that goes over the side of. Let me make sure that I get this right. Come on, where's the page? That hangs right over the Dejard River, and you can see there's actually quite a few people here. Mostly people dressed in like athletic wear, and she gets out of the car, gestures that you follow, and goes up into the crowd of people.
Okay, yeah, I'll follow along, sticking out like a sore thumb.
And she walks up to the person standing in at the front. He is a tall a man. He's in like a tank top and very like flowy pants right now. No shoes. And I don't think you know who you're about to meet. So but I don't think you've done anything with them. Do you want to roll put a face to a name?
I would love to do that actually in this moment. I would love to do that. What is their faction?
Their faction's Knight.
Sweet. Level up. Well, I have a -1 in Knight, but I rolled an 11, so that's a 10.
On a 10 plus, you have dealt with them before.
Great.
You can learn something interesting and useful about them, or they owe you a debt. Your choice. Because in the fiction you really haven't worked with them before. I'm going to lean into. I'm going to ask that we lean into the you learn something interesting and useful about them.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
That works for me.
Okay. So this is Logan Daniels. He is a werewolf.
Sweet.
While he is not the leader of the pack of Port Seville, he is a pretty respected member of the pack. And he has a human fiance with one E.
Cool.
He is also a yoga instructor, which is where you're at right now.
I'm at yoga.
Yeah,
Is that...
you're at yoga. That's what's happening right now. But as you walk up, Akiko just
leather shoes.
Yep.
Well, I mean, you can take them off for yoga.
Yeah, I mean, Virgil's not wearing like slacks because it's like a Sunday morning kind of situation, right? Because I think we talked about brunch, right? So it's a weekend morning. So I mean, he's in more like maybe some like chinos, so they're not like uncomfortable, and like a shirt, so it's fine. You can do yoga in that.
But Akiko goes up and talks to Logan for a little bit, asks, hey, do you know where Meg is at this point? And Logan sort of replies with, she's, downtown right now. And introduces you. It's just like, oh well, this is Virgil. If you don't mind, Virgil, wants to know a little bit. I actually need to go off, but you two play nice now. And just sort of like looks back at you and just like has a little smirk, like, oh, she knew she dropped you off maybe a little bit too early to get out of this, but just waves goodbye.
See you later.
So are you?
Hi.
Hi. Do you mind? Do you mind sticking around, or
Yeah, I
wait
can wait.
until after?
I mean, yeah, I can do that. Not huge into yoga, but I mean, this stuff. I like to wear stuff that's comfy, so I mean, I could do it in this.
Yeah.
I don't have a mat.
Whatever.
I did not bring a mat.
Well, we have extras. I'm not asking
That's
you
great.
to do it if you're uncomfortable, but
I'm always
I
comfortable.
just don't want you to be bored for an hour while I do this, because I have to do this. It's my job.
Yeah, some meditative stretching would probably be good after that car ride. So yeah.
Okay.
I'll grab a mat. and then kind of like takes off the shoes and the socks, and it's just like, and it's like definitely like the like open collared Hawaiian shirt vibe today. Open collared Hawaiian shirt and chinos. So like definitely it's like it's breezy. It's easy breezy. It's beautiful. It's cover girl. It's ready, not yoga appropriate maybe, but it's something.
So I do have a question.
Yes.
Whenever you go through this, do you try?
Yeah. Sure,
Okay.
yeah.
So what I would like you to do.
Doesn't know what he's doing, but he'll try to do it.
That is fine. What I would like you to do is roll with spirit.
Oh, sweet. That's fun.
I have custom moves.
Is yoga with Logan a custom move? Is this going to
yoga with
habit?
Logan is absolutely a custom move.
I love this. With spirit, that is a 7.
On a 7 to 9, pick one. You feel some relief from your recent trauma. You remove 1 scar. You are not scarred. You feel more level-headed. Take +1 forward when you keep your cool.
Okay.
Or you feel more aware and in control of your abilities. Take +1 forward when you let it out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take the +1 forward to keep my cool, considering that Akiko was definitely trying to like put me in a tough spot, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna be chill.
No,
Today's a chill day. It's Sunday.
I just
brunch.
really like felt myself during this savasana.
But yeah, no, it's definitely gonna be like a no. It's Sunday. I'm going to brunch. Going to brunch. It's fine.
But afterwards, everybody else starts leaving. He just ushers everybody off, and eventually it is just the two of you here on this boardwalk. You a little bit more sweaty, but definitely more relaxed.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, thanks for thanks for actually going through with that. I'm sure Akiko didn't actually expect you to do that.
Oh no, she definitely did.
She said you had some questions for us, or some questions for me.
Yeah, I'm looking for somebody actually. Sarah Bickham, does that name ring a bell?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, just like, what's she up to, where's she at, that kind of information.
What do you know about the Church of His Holiest Light?
Not a lot, as much as it keeps coming up, but Yeah, not a ton. They got flyers.
They do.
A friend of mine was kind of a little weirded out by them, but
Us too.
Hmm.
Um,
is it like a Scientology thing?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
But what they offered, and he looks like he's clearly having some trouble coming up with the words, but the way that the flyers were worded and the way that Sarah spoke whenever she talked to some of us about it was that it would help us live with this lycanthropy a little bit easier. Maybe even cure it.
Okay. Is that is that a thing?
As far as I know, no.
Okay.
But and we all sort of agreed that whatever this is, it's suspicious and clearly too good to be true.
Yeah.
Except I don't know about your experience with our condition, but the first time I turned, I was always so in control of myself, in control of my emotions. I meditated. But with the first time I turned, I lost all of that. And it was just anger, rage, looking for anything to be let out on. And my fiance boyfriend at the time was running late for work, and if that meeting had let out on time, if he had been back minutes earlier, and he looks like he's about to, like his hand is shaking a little bit. I don't know if I could live with myself if something would have happened. But
Yeah.
one of ours, Jenna Cantillo, she had found a pamphlet, and where I was lucky, and I didn't do anything that I was going to regret, she wasn't. And the night she first turned, we had to bury her brother.
See.
So whenever she got one of these pamphlets and came to me asking what she needed to do, I couldn't stop her from trying to find some peace. That's I don't know where Sarah Bickham is right now.
Okay.
But she came with those pamphlets for the church. She offered Jenna release from this thing, and I haven't seen either of them since.
Okay. You want me to keep an eye out for Jenna?
Yeah.
I'll let you know then. Thanks. That's good info. At least I know kind of where to go now. So.
Right.
Yeah. And that was a nice yoga. That was a good yoga.
Well, if you want another good yoga, you know where to find me.
So just here, like.
Well, like mornings and afternoons. Yeah, some night classes. Just
Have a
I'll
card?
yeah. And he'll
Okay.
reach into like his bag and just like pull out some cards, and he'll like hand you one.
Thanks. I'll Yep. Got it. Sweet.
All right.
Is it a
Cool.
QR code? No, it's not a QR code.
All right. So I believe we're good to start the session in earnest now, because those are supposed to be handled last week. I believe our Oracle has a starting move. Does anybody else have starting moves that I should know about?
I do, but I can also use it in the like wrap up phase. And I think I'm gonna save it because I don't have anything I really think she wants to think about yet.
Cool. Well, I guess Malachi. It's been a few days since we last left off. And just a couple. Where are you at right now? Where do you think Malachi's up to?
Malachi has probably been bouncing around to places that know he might be able to research items. Trying to see if he can find out a little bit more about what Lilius Keystone is. And then, yeah. Step one, what's he looking for? And then how much of an argument does he have to get into with like somebody random about it?
Okay. So in order to do that, are you trying to figure out where you would be looking for this, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I assume Malachi's got some contacts for like, oh, there's definitely so and so and this person, kind of like a couple people who are like places you go to and that kind of deal in similar, not necessarily the same items, but also deal in like artifacts and like weird objects.
Would you mind rolling with power?
Absolutely. Yes, I will. That is 5 and 2, and power's a 1 for 8.
Okay. So I think you would know that there is a pretty big the library at the university has what you need.
Okay.
In fact, it is stocked by the same faction of wizards as the wizard who has been getting in your way.
Ah, yes, Mr. Lane. That sounds like a good place to go look to try to find more information that may be relevant.
Yeah. So if you would like, you can go to the university and try and find out a little bit more based off that.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I think what I'm going to ask you to do I think I want you to keep your cool and try to avoid missing any information.
Okay.
So can you roll with spirit?
Yes. Spirit is also a 1. 5 and a 2, and 1 is 8 again.
Okay. So you are able to ask around, and there are people that you know there. One of the one of the wizards, Dr. Jose Diegues, actually helps you find what you need. And there is a record of Lilius Keystone. What you find out is that it is a crystal about yay big.
Okay.
It's light green, like kind of peridot, and it's just like this artifact that is attuned to ley lines around the area. The Fae are. It is known to be in the possession of the Fae, and it's used to open and close portals to other realms.
Sounds significant. So I picked up on it earlier when they were talking about when Abraham was meeting with Miss Cleo, talking about weakening planar borders, and I don't remember if that's something that Malachi came across in character, or if that's just Mike noticing that.
I do remember Glenn was sort of like talking about it amongst the group, so you may have heard about it, yeah.
Okay. Then that sounds like it's related. It's all related. It's all connected. Strings. It's all, we have the one corner of the board now that has like the pinned up the Hanged Man card with like a post-it note on it that says Keystone. Yeah, I guess if I can bend Jose's ear or Dr. Jose's ear for a moment, if I can find out what name Timothy might be actually, like why he's so attached to it. Sounds like it's, obviously it's powerful, but it's like the phase thing. So why is he all kind of getting into that business?
So are you trying to figure someone out through another character, or are you trying to persuade Dr. Jose, Dr. Diegues, to spill?
I think I'm probably trying to figure someone out by asking questions to someone else who knows them better.
Okay. Roll with mind.
It's 4 and a 2. 6 plus 1 is 7. I am just on the partial hit train tonight.
Hey, they're all hits. Okay.
Give me the complications. Come on.
So you
Bell
can
curve,
ask.
bell curve.
So you can ask who is pulling their strings. What is their beef with somebody? What are they hoping to get from somebody? What do they worry is going to happen? How can I get your character to do something? Or how can I put your character in my debt?
I think what's Timothy hoping to get from the Keystone?
So you talk to Dr. Diegues, and you sort of get on the conversation of Timothy, and whenever you bring up like, oh, I think Timothy wants something to do with the Keystone, he gets kind of confused. Like, I don't think that's right. I think he's doing something with over in Underhill Street, but as far as what I know, it's just to get ritual components. Nothing nearly that serious.
Okay. Must have heard wrong. That's interesting. He's like that deep into ritual components over there. But they have something unusual over there that's not usually accessible to your group directly, or
Yeah. stuff in Avalon is hard to get by if it's not through the Fae.
Good point. Right, yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, not what I thought I was going to hear. So
well, is that all? Or do you need anything else?
I think that's just gets me some good information for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Glad to hear it's a dangerous thing. I was concerned about other people getting involved with it. So
well, happy to help. Don't be a stranger.
yeah. Thanks for letting me come use the library.
All right. What's your next move?
Who's a good candidate to ask about this? The weakening planar borders here. I don't know. Anybody? No. We'll skirt the edges of it, but none of us have direct into sites. All right.
My boss might know. He's pretty high up. I bet he's dealing with the shit. But if he'll tell me, probably not.
I could probably ask my bosses too, but I don't think we want that answer.
None of us want you to ask your boss.
Never.
See, whereas most people would try to tell you the answer, they'll just forcibly insert the knowledge into your brain, and that's just not a fun experience.
How did I know that?
All right. Well, in the meantime, Ada, what are you up to?
Ooh, I keep punching my mic. I feel like it's brunch time. They were talking about brunch yesterday. I don't know. I picture, is this hotel that I'm staying in maybe one that has a real nice little restaurant in the bottom floor? Or nearby?
I feel like it's the kind of hotel that it has the normie breakfast where it's just a kind of stale continental stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But then for the people in the know, there's the good breakfast. And you're somebody in the know.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm probably hanging out there having a cup of coffee, maybe just a good morning gab fest with Miss Lane, or if she's around, or just kind of keeping myself busy, and then just obsessively checking my phone for any sort of updates on anything that has happened from anyone. She's a lot of shit happened. Okay.
Has anybody given updates?
I told Abraham about a damn ghost, and now I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Virgil
I don't want to be pushy, but
Virgil sent to the group text, "Had a nice yoga."
Okay.
I send what's that?
An hour of stretching in inappropriate clothing.
And then for the last 15 minutes, you just laid on your back. It was great.
I send updates, but not to anyone in the group. I send them to Dinesh.
Okay.
I just tell him that I probably have some leads. I just have to, maybe stop by the police.
Yeah, I think after getting had a nice yoga, she's like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" And just gets up, and she's going to go back to kind of maybe roam around, do some shopping, window shopping, but in the Fontaine Alley area, and see if there's, maybe if Glenn is there, if maybe they'll know something. Poor poor guy seems a little traumatized, so I don't know if I want to bother him, let him hang out. Or someone who might know the history, I guess, of the area.
Well, whenever you get into Fontaine Alley, it has been a couple of days since the murder. There's honestly not a lot of people there. Because number one, it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. But also because the area around Miss Cleo's shop is taped off as a crime scene. And there's a couple of officers out in front. Not only that, but there is a woman walking around in like a pantsuit, followed by a guy with a camera. So like a big video camera,
Yeah.
like professional.
Oh, wait. How close is this to like the bar hopping area?
It is a couple streets over, but not too far.
Okay. So I think first she'll text Glenn. Just be like, hey, just checking to see if you're okay. I'm literally outside if you need anything. Just wanted to check in because it seemed a little traumatized. And then just kind of watch what this camera crew reporter looking situation is kind of doing and staying out of view from them.
Okay. We can do a couple of things. We can keep your cool to try and avoid missing any information, or we can try to figure somebody out.
Let's figure somebody out. That's mind, right?
Figure someone out is with mind, yes.
Yes, I will do that one because that's a better stat.
Okay.
Well, is that hard or is that?
It's with mind.
Oh, it's with mind too. Okay.
Mhm.
We're gonna figure out. I think, yeah, just kind of go.
It is with it's really not with any circle. You can just roll with mind.
Oh, 8. I feel like the most I've rolled is a 7 this whole game on the die.
Hey, it still hit.
Yeah, still.
curve.
Okay. So you can ask. Oh, I forgot. I needed to ask a question for Malachi for Dr. Diego's. Malachi, what does your character worry is going to happen with the Keystone?
I'm worried somebody's gonna open a gate to something real bad.
Cool. Thank you.
And like considering who I work for, like thinking bad compared to that, that's not good.
Thank you. Dr. Diego's has that information. So you can ask who is pulling your strings, what's your character's beef with somebody else, what's your character hoping to get from somebody, what does your character worry is going to happen, how can I get your character to do something, or how can I put your character in my debt?
And this is for Glenn or for, yes.
This is for the reporters.
Or the reporters. I'm gonna pull up a thing so I don't have you ask like 30 times or repeat that list like 30 times. Yeah, I think overall, maybe the smart thing would be, how can I get them in my debt?
So you listen in on what they're doing, and they are like trying to get a good angle, trying to get a good position, and she clears her throat and she starts talking. Well, the history of Fontaine Alley is a history full with myths of witches and voodoo priestesses. So this murder, does it have a mystical element to it? And they're like hitting all these parts that have a line of truth to them,
Mhm.
but they are clear. The way that they're speaking about it, they are clearly mortal and they are clearly not aware of anything actually going on. The way that you can get them into your dead is to give them something juicy to talk about.
Mhm. Hmm. Hmm. What little tidbit do I want to give? I think maybe oh, is this tricky? Who am I gonna piss off if I tell them stuff too?
You are allowed to lie. I just feel like I need to say that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I want to like go up and just kind of, you know, start a just a little casual chat, and then maybe slip in that there is a very strong truth to maybe the ghost aspect, that sort of like spiritual thing. I don't think I want to tell them exactly the weird, creepy figure that I like saw, but kind of give that little tidbit. So maybe later on, I can get some rumors from the reporter of what they learn.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you like stop them and you're just like, what's going on here? I actually know a little bit about the area and the myths and everything and what happened here.
Yeah.
Listen,
I
listen.
play off my like, I'm an oracle kind of, like very fortune teller-esque, like really put on a convincing act for them that I see the spirits.
All right. Cool. What I want you to do, you're trying to mislead, distract, or trick someone, correct?
Yeah. I mean,
Or
there's
are you
a
trying to
little
persuade
bit.
them?
I think maybe more persuade, like, because I guess if I'm getting the gist, because I had little tiny sticky notes last time. The figure that I saw was like old clothing, really angry, kind of didn't look like a person. Or was it just like some guy in like a reenactment outfit? Because I think she's kind of leaning down like, this is definitely a supernatural murder when she was like focusing on the jacket.
It was definitely it was definitely like 1980s attire.
Okay.
Okay, so
Oh wait, 1980s. I think I'm an idiot then. I think I read
sorry,
1800s.
1800s.
Oh, okay.
1800s. That's correct.
Okay. I was like, oh crap, did I switch it up? Okay.
Or-
Yeah, so she's thinking like, okay, it's obviously some sort of weird ghosty thing. She doesn't know much about that anyway. So I think she's wanting to just give them that much of a tidbit to kind of, persuade them along that line. And then maybe later on down the road, if she learns something, I can kind of call back on them. So maybe more persuade than like really trick, though I am putting up a big show to really convince these mere mortals how cool I am and knowledgeable.
What are you trying to get out of this?
Because I want them in my debt. So I want to just be able to call upon info maybe from them later as their investigation into this on a reporter sense goes, because they'll hear things talking to random people and whatnot.
I think if you say all of this for the camera, you will absolutely get that.
Oh boy. Yeah, I think she'll do it.
Okay.
She's like, yeah, fuck it. I mean, get some info.
All right. So they sit you down. She introduces herself. I am Rebecca Barrio, the host of Weird Shit in Seville.
I'm like, oh crap, it's not even a real reporter.
I'm here with, you said Ada?
Yes, it's Ada.
And she claims to have some knowledge of what actually happened here. Go ahead. Why don't you tell the good folks at Weird Shit in Seville? WSS.
Well, you see, I have quite the talents when it comes to seeing the other side. You know, your ghosties and ghouls and supernatural things. They seem drawn to me, and there's something about this area that's just very unsettling. And when I came to this storefront, I had this vision, almost premonition, not premonition. That's in the future. So vision, yeah. Of a very angry spirit, I believe. Maybe from the late 17. I think maybe 1800s era. It's a very old feeling, if that makes any sense.
It does.
I'm glad you understand. So many people I talk to just don't grasp it like you do, Rebecca.
And you go ahead and finish up your story, and Rebecca closes the statement. And whenever it ends, she sort of just drops her persona and it's just like, oh my goodness, that was such a good interview. Like, I almost actually believed you. Like, you're so convincing. I'd if you're up for it, I would love to have you on another time. And in fact, look, here's my card. If you ever want to do another interview, we would love to have you, and even consider doing some freelance segments, get you a little bit of something on the side. Because we were going at this from the witch angle, but ghosts are they're so much more. The click-through rate is amazing.
Yeah.
You were wonderful.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Glad I could help convince your viewers of ghosts.
And they pack it up and leave.
Let me know if you learn anything interesting. I'm just like, ugh, I feel dirty. But also, I think, and we can do this scene in a bit too, she has this realization, oh, I'm talking about ghosts. I'm really close to the bar section. I should probably go see the guy who does haunted tours and chat with a good old guy at some point.
All right. Sweet. You go do that. Virgil, where are you up to?
Oh yeah. Well, the Riverwalk is probably not very close if I took a car. So
it's a bit of a walk.
Okay, well, I'm not gonna pay for an Uber, and I don't know that I can teleport unless somebody asks me to. And I
Is it
just
anywhere
don't.
near the university?
Oh no, it's on the other side of the city.
It's very
Good
far.
luck.
Yeah. So, yeah, Virgil, pretty much 30 minutes after I had a nice yoga, is my feet hurt. Gonna check some stuff out, I guess. I don't know. And is gonna check out something totally unrelated because he's gonna try to figure out this Bacchanalia thing again.
Okay.
That was opening in a few days, right?
Mm-hmm. As in,
so it's already
today.
Opened. As in today. Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
So definitely gonna try to figure that out today. So maybe look. Actually, probably just go look for Buchanan, kind of deal. or
Okay.
at least somebody who knows where he'd be at.
Okay. Let me.
Or like, could I even say that I'm going to get information on Fontaine Alley and I'm going to Buchanan kind of deal, like going to track him down?
Yeah, hit the streets.
Oh, nice.
You name who you're going to and roll with their circle, which is wild.
I'm going to Buchanan. We'll just completely circumnavigate figuring out where he is. I'm going to him. That's it. I'm there. I'm going. Where did I put my character sheet? New window. Sweet.
That's important.
So roll with wild. I've got a 1. That is a 10.
All right. I don't believe I finished writing this down in my notes.
Great.
I'm looking at the moves because I only have 7 to 9. Actually, that might be it. Hit the streets. Hit the street.
Oh, so it's on
No,
a
that's
hit.
it.
They're available and have the stuff. If it's a 7 and 9, there's like some sort of complication. But if it's a 10, then
Okay.
they're just there.
Okay. Yes. Buchanan is absolutely available. In fact, the moment that you set out to look for him, you get a text with an address.
For Fontaine Alley.
Mhm.
From Buchanan or just
You assume.
yeah. Yeah, Virgil just go straight there.
Okay. And you walk into a pristinely clean, very big, very open bar.
Yeah.
It is now situated on 4th Street. 4th Street.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, in a place that you thought you checked. You're fairly certain that you checked it.
Interesting.
Why didn't you pick this up?
Weird. That sounds weird. That sounds like something I might need to roll about. if that's a thing. But study it, I suppose. This place.
Maybe, but as soon as you walk in, you see Buchanan. He is a well-dressed gentleman. When I say well-dressed, not super formal or everything. He just looks like somebody in his 30s who's, opening up a business. But you're aware of who he is. He is probably much older.
Yeah, Rose would be like, "Oh, hey, Buchanan, you've been a little tough to find the past few days. How's business?"
Well, I am sure to find out tonight. Very excited for this grand opening, but
yeah,
I just didn't want too many people, butting their heads in before we were ready to start the big shindig. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing pretty well. How's the independent gig going?
It's fantastic.
Self-employed.
I heard. Let's not even say that. Let's just say I had the suspicion that you're trying to do something similar.
Maybe. Always looking to kind of increase my dividends, right? And there's a few ways to do that.
So what can I do for you?
Oh, I just I saw your flyer, and you're running some kind of special tonight. What was it like?
First round's free.
What? First round's free?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Was it first round's free, or I thought the flyer was like free drinks, period. Like, or something, because there was something that made Guy concerned, and I'm trying to remember what that was.
No, well, it's still free alcohol.
Free alcohol. Okay. Yeah. So. Yeah, Virgil's just gonna, I think, just kind of try to, like, by asking questions about it, just kind of try to get an idea if there's something more to this or if it's just a bar.
Are you trying to figure him out?
Let me see. Someone.
Let's just say that you're going to roll with mind.
Sure. I love that. I love rolling with mind. That's a really good stat for me, actually. Well, okay, it's an 8.
Okay. You can ask one of the figure someone out questions.
Okay.
And they are going to ask one of you.
Fun. What's Buchanan hoping to get from this business? Beyond the obvious of money. Like, what's the catch? Because anybody can open a bar. Buchanan's a demon.
Buchanan is also going to be able to get something off of you, which is how can I put your character in my debt?
Let me see, what was on my to-do list? Oh, I wrote something down that was good for this, but I don't remember. I think if he could, I mean, he's already mentioned it, right? So if he could give me some help on the sly to work towards becoming self-employed, that would definitely be something.
Yeah,
for sure. A bit obvious, but like, yeah, clearly that.
Yeah. So the two of you get to talking, and Buchanan sort of starts opening up to you. It's just, I've been on the bottom rung. Well, not quite at the bottom, But as far as the true demons, I've been at the bottom of the rung for so long. I want to work my own angle. I want to earn my own power. Elevate myself so that I can help elevate others. Maybe down the line, even start employing my own tainted.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something?
But that's difficult to do unless you really approach this with a plan. And Bacchanali is that for me.
Oh yeah.
Sure, it's just a bar, but maybe down the line it could be something more.
Something more.
Like maybe right now it's just, first round free, or every now and then doing wine or liquor tasting, but just imagine just these fresh new home brewers come in. They just need to get a little bit of their business going. I take a little bit off the top, of their soul, and just get a little bit more of that power. I want to be that.
Yeah. Craft beers are in. That's not a bad plan. That's a solid angle.
Right?
Yeah. A lot of
That's
fruit wines too, like weird fruit wines. Most of them are bad. I've had mostly bad ones, but like some of them got to be good, right?
That would any of the things that I have my hands in, they're absolutely going to be fantastic. But that's the thing that nobody tells people like you whenever they get started. Yeah, even if you are somehow able to elevate yourself, there's still always going to be somebody above you. And it takes a lot to take that next step. It takes a lot to truly be your own boss.
No, that makes sense.
But yeah, I know the struggle. If you needed to, I could always help you elevate yourself. I'm sure we could help each other out.
Yeah. I'll keep that in mind. I've got a bit of a few too many things on my plate right now for independent study.
Yes.
But
I'm sure they're keeping you very busy. Anyway, swing by tonight. First round's free.
yeah, sure. Absolutely. I'll and Guy can add this place to the tour, yeah?
Sure.
You got a preference?
No, but I mean, it's not haunted. It's brand new.
They don't know that.
I'm not a liar.
Okay. I'll just tell Guy to get creative. How about that?
Right.
Yeah.
It's a poltergeist situation.
Abe, what are you up to?
So is the police station by City Hall, I assume?
I didn't
or
put it on the map, but let's say
Okay.
it is.
It made sense to me. I'm gonna head to City Hall, park out there for a moment, and text Cleo and just say, I'm gonna try and get the tapes. Just in case, if anyone asks, you're leasing the property from me. It's my plan B.
There's a pause. The ellipse comes up a little bit, then it stops. Then it comes up again. That's provably untrue. I will not lie like that.
Just hits on the steering wheel and says, well, shit. He puts his magnum in the front of his shirt and his belt and goes inside.
Okay. Into the police station.
Yes.
Yeah. You go in. There's a lobby area. Somebody behind like panes of glass.
Is there multiple people or just one behind?
There's one person who is sitting like there to send people who are coming in, like grab the papers, send them out. Like one receptionist. That's the word. Man, it takes me a long time to find these. But there are other officers behind the glass, like going around. But usually they're just like walking in to like grab something and then leaving again. And then there's probably about 4 other people who are just like sitting down with like clipboards. One of them is very angrily and sassily filling out a police report. Their phone out in the ready.
Do I know that person? Have I seen them before in my prior dealings before I retired?
I don't think so. I'm not even going to make you roll put a face to the name. They're irrelevant.
Okay. I got you. So I'm going to walk up and be like, good afternoon. My name's Abraham. What's your name?
Claire. What's yours? You're Abraham. You just asked me that. Or you just said that. I'm sorry. It's way too
No worries.
early.
No worries. You're all right. You're all right.
What can we do?
Well, after my retirement, you see, I start to go on into an old man story. Like, I got a little antsy in my retirement, and I started to work as a private security, and my client's shop was recently broken into, and someone may have passed on in there. I'm trying to get access to those tapes. You see, it's a part of my job.
You need a request for tapes? I can give you a request for tapes. She pulls out a form. Are you lying to this woman? Are you trying
Of
to
course, yeah.
mislead them? Would you mind rolling with mind?
I don't mind. 8.
All right. You can pick 2 of these. They are fooled, at least for a moment. So you can create an opportunity. You can expose a weakness or flaw, confuse them for some time, and avoid further entanglement. You can pick 2 of those.
I feel like I gotta go one of them confuse. And what was the last one again?
Avoid further entanglement.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna confuse them, go on like random stupid details that aren't even relevant, and then avoid the entanglement.
I'm sorry. You're looking for tapes. Oh, yeah, just fill this out. Give it back to us. We'll have somebody take care of it, I guess. Yeah, just
Yeah, I'll have a
sorry,
timetable. Should I wait in the lobby?
I'm
You
really
seem really
hungover.
nice. You seem
Just
really nice. We could, have a seat.
fine. Just at least write something down. Like, just write your name and what tapes you're asking for. I at least need that.
All right, I'd do that. I
then
slide it back over.
She
It's like a
walks
old
away,
person
pops something
filling.
in her mouth, and
It's
comes
like
back.
an elderly person filling out a check at the grocery store. It's just like taking way too long, but yeah.
Okay. I just gotta send this to the person that it's meant for. Just like,
All
please
right, I'll
sit.
go have a seat over here.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Cool. Yeah. Just
Perfect.
she leaves for a moment.
Okay.
Wait, what do you mean I don't have access? I mean, there's some guys asking for it. Sectioned? What the fuck does that mean? Well, you go talk to him. Well, fine. And she comes back out, and then there's another male officer who actually walks out into the lobby. Did you give her your real name?
Yes.
Abraham. Mr. Abraham.
That's me.
Mind coming with me?
Oh, you got the tapes, or?
Yeah.
Are they back there?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have picked avoid further entanglement. This is not going to bite you in the ass. I will tell you that.
Okay, yeah. Must be a screening room back here.
Yeah, and
Got the projector. Betamax player.
he guides you to your room. He introduced himself. My name's shit. I actually have him written down. Let me not fuck up his name. Officer Miller. If you're asking for these particular tapes, I've gotta ask. Were you a witness? And if so, what did you see?
Well,
Before I played these tapes.
I feel like if I was a witness, that kid wouldn't have died. Big sniff. I wasn't a witness, but I do work security during the day.
Okay. Now, this isn't on any record. I'm not asking you this because I'm trying to pull you into anything. But before I play these tapes, I do have to know. Did you see anything? Why are you asking for these particular tapes?
I was requested. I view these tapes by my employer, the owner.
Okay. Okay. That's not really what I'm trying to get. And he looks like he's a little bit flustered. Not in a I'm about to beat the shit out of this old man. But in a I'm not asking the right question, and I really need to before I play these tapes. Did you see anything weird or unexplained?
Look, you've been on that street before. Yeah. Unexplained, yeah.
All right. That's what I needed to know. He takes out a hard drive and he plugs it in to a computer and he hits the space bar and he goes through the recording. Out in the office of that room that you searched, where the door appeared, that door is always there in the recording. But you see Vinay like backing up toward the door, opening it and running out. And from behind, you can see, just for a few frames, this image of, it's almost like a page out of a history book. It's just this figure following behind. It's not even moving. It's just like you see a little bit of him for a few frames, then it jumps for a little bit, then it jumps a little bit further. And then there's a little bit of static. The door is gone.
Vinay runs through the interesting door. The figure kind of teleportingly follows him, and then it disappears.
Yeah.
I want to. Can we scrub through this? Can I get a better look at whatever that thing is behind him? I just want to write down as much as possible.
Sure. But you have to do it in front of me. And you can't take these out.
Can't take what? The recording?
You cannot take the recording out now. You can take notes.
Well, that'll have to do, won't it? And I take notes. As much as I can on what this figure looks like.
All right. You do. It is, from what you can tell, it is a dark-skinned male wearing clothes appropriate for the 1800s. And whenever I say 1800s, I'm talking about like 18-aught something.
Gotcha. Well, you provided what I needed.
Right.
Did I answer your questions well enough?
I think so. Let me ask.
You okay?
I'm new to this part of the job, of this part of the force. I I think I'm okay. Are you someone equipped to handle something like this?
He goes to put his hands on his hips and kind of pulls his shirt back on both sides so you can see like the imprint of like a giant pistol. I've dealt with it a few times, yeah.
Wait, you just shoot them?
That's just what I got right now. Go with it, all right?
Okay. Look. All right. That just look, if you can handle it, if you can make my job a shit ton of a lot easier, because I don't know what they expect us to do with some fucking ghosts. Do ghosts even have laws? Anyway.
Probably a really
I
old
hope I
ones.
helped you. I hope you can help me. Are we done here? Is this enough for your boss? Your employer?
Yeah. She'll let me know if it ain't.
All right. Now, all of this is off the record. But if you know what, if you need to do something like this again, just like, here's my number, my personal cell, and he hands you his number.
What do you want from me?
I want to figure out what it is that I'm supposed to do with all this fucking weird shit that I didn't know existed 2 months ago.
You want to learn?
Yeah.
I'll be in touch.
All right.
Stands up.
You have made a deal. All right. And
Student
you leave.
acquired.
All right. Cool. As you leave, as Virgil pursues Guy to inform him of what's happening, or is that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay. And I believe Ada is also going to Guy, and
It all ends with Guy.
And Malachi is. Well, we never figured that out, but we will after our break. How about that?
Segue.
That seems like a good time to do that. So
yeah.
Stay tuned for the rest of this bullshit.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break, like 10 to 15. You know how it goes. We'll be back. Don't go no place. See you soon. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
We did it. We're here.
Well, we are back. It is a lovely, fucking hot summer day in the city of Port Seville. Virgil is walking out of a bar, trying to find his favorite ghost buddy.
Everybody's favorite ghost buddy.
Everybody's favorite ghost buddy. He's just truly the best of us. Taken too quickly from this world, but stuck around for a little bit longer. Ada is also leaving from Fontaine Alley to go talk to Guy. Malachi, what are you up to?
Malachi is somewhere in traffic. Half a cigarette left. Sending a text to everybody. Spend some time at the university. Headed to Underhill.
So it'll be a few minutes before you're able to get to Underhill Street. So in the meantime, who would like to hit the streets to find Guy? Or just, yeah, let's do that. Hit the streets.
Ada, do you
Yeah.
have night marked?
You would think I would, but like for my advancement or like actual points
for your
in it?
advancement.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. I don't. So I
Go
can
for it.
roll it if that's okay. That is 9 minus 1, 8.
Okay. All right.
More
So
advancements.
Ask me something about wilds.
we can do that.
Here.
We can get that.
Mhm.
So you go to I can't pass it up to Guy's typical haunts, and
And
he's
you
not there.
shouldn't have.
He is he's not there at the moment. I assume he has a phone. Might not be with him all the time,
Ghost phone.
but no, I think whenever you die, you do have like spectral copies of everything that you had.
That's
I think
fun.
that's like on the spectre sheet.
I like that. I want to
Here
go
we
look. Just I want to see.
And he absolutely died with his phone on.
Everybody does these days. It's something about the weird electromagnetic radiation or something.
And
Yeah, spiritual versions of whatever you had on you when you died.
so
I'm gonna say stacked all the time, just in case.
just in case.
Just in case.
If I die, I'm taking this shit with
I'm
me.
taking everything with
I'm gonna.
me.
I will never leave my Nintendo Switch home ever again.
You can't take it with you unless. If you do text him, he will respond. Yeah, I'm at. I'll be around in a minute. Just bear with me.
Okay. Yeah. Virgil texts back. Sounds good. Checked out Bacchanalia. You want the info now or later?
He responds, just one sec.
Cool. And then yeah,
Virgil,
Virgil's
where's
just like,
Guy? I know where he is.
not sure. I'm standing in the street waiting on him.
Which street?
What other street is in this town?
True.
I'm literally behind you.
Yeah, one guy moves out of the way. I'm like, oh.
Are you wearing a floppy sun hat today?
Always, yes.
They're fabulous.
They're
Why would you
fabulous.
not?
Yeah.
A few moments pass, and from behind you, you hear, sorry about that, what's up? And as you turn, you see Guy, but you see Guy like, yeah, ragged and bloody. You have never seen him like this, and you get the sense that this is exactly how he looked whenever he died.
Mm.
His face is busted in, blood everywhere. It's a ghastly sight. I'm sorry. They just keep popping up. I can't fight them.
Yep. So Virgil has a -1 for night, so I'm just assuming that he knows very little about how any of these things works. It doesn't, it's just like I don't know. So he's just like, oh, everything okay? I mean,
Not
no,
really.
but yeah, right. Anything I can help with?
You said you knew about Bacchanalia.
I did, yeah. So free alcohol, just first round, right? Pretty standard stuff from what I can tell. And on the sort of other side of business, seems like really just trying to get a foothold in the craft beer scene, maybe the home brewing scene, So not really anything to worry about long term as far as like tourists, right? So yeah, pretty standard stuff. Should be good to go.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. I was surprised too, but
Thank you.
Buchanan, he's not very like. I don't know, he's not one of those. So, but yeah, you know what? That one's on me because it was nothing.
Well, all right then.
I didn't even have to break in. I just walked in. That was great.
Well, I appreciate you I appreciate you checking it out. Ada, you need anything?
Do you need anything?
Maybe. Do I neither of y'all like feel that, do you? Like,
What are you feeling? Like just the imbalance, weird stuff.
like I can be seen and heard, right? But like it's so hard to keep doing this right now. It just there's something like wrong here, like really wrong, like even more wrong than just like me being able to be here.
Is there something you can do that can help you relax a little bit, maybe not have to try quite as hard all the time? Because there is some weird stuff going on and I'm trying to find some answers.
Well, and then he disappears. Yeah, but I mean,
But
yeah, now you can't really see me.
I mean,
okay, that's fine.
we
We
can
know you're
just-
here.
Yeah. It here. Let's and then Virgil kind of turn Ada a little bit towards him. Like, see, now we can just talk, and then like it's not weird, right? It's totally not weird.
Totally not weird at all.
Super normal.
This is something we do all the time.
Except for this, like the talking about it like that. But
Yeah,
it's fine.
Here, we'll get a little more normal by not talking about how normal it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
We
real cool, real smooth.
Yeah.
Love it
the most. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Anything for
great.
you guys. When we have stumbled across a little peek into what may be going on in the way of just hearing words, and my employer seems to be onto something or having issues as well. It seems like everyone's having issues, not just on the your spiritual side. And I don't know, it could be a coincidence or not. I don't know if you've heard about the gentleman that died a few days ago, a few streets over.
Uh, um, no, I actually didn't. Sorry, it's been a rough few days for me.
It's completely understandable. I was just hoping that maybe you might have a little insight since you do run your haunted tours around here. You know, you seem to know a little bit of the history because it seems suspect was of the ghostly variety and very, very old. Not one I have ever seen, and he seemed very angry and very not usual.
Do you mind, maybe giving me a little bit more to go off of?
Yes, of course. So I was able to kind of do a quick reading on the moment of the murder. And like I said, he was a very angry energy and a very angry man. He was, looked to be wearing clothes from maybe like the 1800s or so, very loose fitting. He was dark skinned, had a little scraggly beard. Uh, he seemed to almost phase, and the murder was quite odd. I don't really know, I think, exactly the cause of death, but the scene was left with a big burn in his jacket with a fleur-de-lis on it. And I don't know if maybe this fella has a history with that calling card or if it's something new or who it may be.
No. No. Wait, take out your phone.
Yeah.
Type in the search Louis, Louis,
Okay.
Angola, Angola,
ANGOLA.
OLA.
Okay.
And the first image that pops up is exactly who you saw in
Oh,
in
wow.
there in your vision. And the blurb talks about a little bit of the history. He's like one of the ghost stories in not even the ghost story. He's just like a horrifying bit of Port Seville's history. A free person who was in exchange for his freedom was forced to serve as an executioner. And realistically so, became very vengeful for having been put in that position, and carried that anger, it seems, even further than his death.
Yeah, this is the individual that I did see. That is for sure. I mean, if he's a ghost, has he always been around, or would there be something with what's odd going on that would cause him to all of a sudden be here and vengeful again?
I mean, it's making it harder for me to manifest. Maybe it's making it easier for other ghosts.
This is quite odd. Well, I don't know what side you lie on, but it seems like there's a lot of effort from a lot of parties to end whatever's happening. It seems that Coven of Witches over there, where it happened, is trying to stop this. If that gives you any comfort, I hope.
It does. I mean, I'll be really honest. I really hope that they get it done quickly. Cause it fucking hurts a lot.
God, that just breaks my heart.
It's like a big migraine, but like all over.
What is
Anyway.
your living situation like, guy?
I'm not.
I mean, like a home. Do you go somewhere? I don't know. At the end of the day, or
No, not really. Just just hang out. You don't really need to sleep. Don't
that-
really need a place to crash or eat or anything. It's nice having like a bank account that, the numbers keep going up, but
I understand that as well, though. I do have a place. I was going to say, if you want to hang out in my home, so in case anything goes wrong, at least I'm there to help or know about it. You're more than welcome to. I'd hate for you to be out here just minding your own business and something bad happen.
I appreciate that.
Well, I have even more questions, and I don't even know what to ask. Not necessarily to you, just about the situation.
I'll be honest, I didn't. I thought it was just a bad story. So like, I I don't even know how to deal with this situation. Shit, fuck. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and lay low for a little bit if y'all don't mind.
Completely
He'll be-
fine.
He'll be missed.
Thank you so
I'll make
much
sure.
for your info.
I'll make sure nobody tries to steal your gig. You know how they are.
Hmm.
Especially if they're wearing like a top hat or something. Tacky.
Well, peace, I guess.
You'll be seeing
Bye bye. And you no longer hear him. He just like sort of fades out with a bye bye.
I never asked how Guy died, and I think now I really don't want to know.
I mean, I think by definition it wasn't pleasant.
It does
right?
not. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I wanted to talk to you about something now that you're here.
Hey, okay.
You remember Abe's friend?
Yes.
I'm
Yes, I
looking
do.
for Sarah. And I heard she hangs around the church. You know anything about that?
Why exactly are you looking for her?
Do you really want to know?
I'm assuming it's to meet the same fate as her father, brother. What was the relation?
Father, yeah. You're not wrong.
What wrongdoing was done
I don't
that
know.
deserves it?
I know she's tainted, so ain't nothing. I mean, you know what I do for a living.
Very well, do I know, and I wish I did not. Or at least as close to it. You are not wrong. I did see her at the church. She seems to. Wait a minute. She's a tainted.
Mhm.
She was one of the church workers. That seems like not a fitting job unless there were some vampires going there for saving. Maybe she's doing the same, turning over a new leaf.
I don't think. I know I can't do that. I don't. I don't even think my boss can do that. Apparently, she was telling some werewolf similar thing.
Oh,
It's fishy.
do you know who she's working for? Something like your employees?
Don't. I know who she used to work for, right? Yeah, her. Let's just say her boss isn't around anymore. So I'm assuming she was self-employed for a while, but apparently isn't anymore. So that's. Or maybe she is. I don't know. I don't like this. I know that.
Okay, so there is a individual there that seemed to be her boss and the leader of the church because she was speaking for her because she was so busy. Was Mother Estelle. Uh, I saw her, right? Like she looked
Mhm.
human.
Yeah.
Do your employers look human? Or is there more of a telltale sign?
Uh, depends.
I say they
Depends. But I mean,
either
they can look human.
Miss Mother Estelle's in on it, or Sarah maybe. Because I'm a little concerned and still a little weirded out by that church because John has not been found, who was going there for saving, and who Sarah knew of and said he left just fine.
Did you see anybody there named Jenna?
Not that I talked to, at least, no.
Wolf's missing
What
by that
if
name.
I could go back and try and get a little chat with Sarah before we go to any drastic measures of killing her and not getting answers? Um, and maybe
I
see
can
if
do
I
both.
can get a read on her thoughts, maybe dig a little deeper into what may be going on there. I knew I felt still uncomfortable by it, but I couldn't find any proof to back up my feelings.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, and I don't like to put you in that kind of position, but if maybe it's not very crowded, give me a ring. Two birds, one stone.
I think I would rather not be as closely connected with this one in case Abraham catches wind of it. I still feel horribly guilty about the first time around. I'll tell you when I'm leaving. How about that?
Right, as long as you tell me.
Hmm.
I just kind of need
I'm gonna
you
have to do a
within
lot more.
walking distance, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to do a lot more readings for Abraham. This guilt is just stacking up.
Yeah.
Name of the game, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Speaking of,
Mm.
hey, what
I
you
was
doing?
just waiting on him to just walk up.
Hey guys, how you doing?
I'm holding those. Still got them. When I talked with Cleo, she said she needed the tapes, or did she say she needed a description of what was on the tapes?
She said that she needed the tapes. You can probably make do.
Okay. I text her and just say that I wrote down a good description of what happened that night. They wouldn't let me leave with the tapes, but if we really need them, I may have another way to get them.
She responds, "Whatever you can find."
Okay. I just ask her if she wants to meet. It's now a good time, sometime soon.
Now's fine. And she gives you an address. It is between Fontaine Alley and Underhill Street.
Oh, fun. I head over there.
Malachi. You it's been enough time that you could have made your way to Underhill Street.
Okay. Malachi would have a better idea of how to try to find someone there than Mike does off the top of his head.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why don't you tell me who you're looking for and what you're trying to get?
So I am trying to find the Sheriff of Iris.
Yes.
Yes. Mr. Bromley. Here. I need to speak to him on behalf of people. There are reasons. There's
Okay.
reasons all enough people are supposed to point me to this guy. That's
So-
what you need to know.
I need you to roll with
Yep.
wild.
Okay. That is 5, a 6, and 1. It's for 12.
Okay, that is a hit.
We're breaking the middle range curse.
And actually, no, this is fine. Yeah. So you start to make your way through Underhill Street, and you pass by. There are quite a few blooming magnolia trees, and you just keep looking around. Keep looking around. Based off of what other people have told you, the best way to keep track of what court rules a certain area of Underhill Street, it's based off of the flowers that bloom there. And it's not too long before you are able to find a antique shop with iris flowers blooming out front.
Feels relevant.
You make your way in, and there are two people, actually two people are speaking like out front of it. What looks like a younger girl, probably just getting to college age, with this like lavender platinum hair, and this older, taller gentleman, who should not be wearing a leather jacket in fucking July, but is. And
Appreciate his dedication. Yeah.
you get the sense that is who you're looking for. If you would like, you can roll put a face to a name for the other person.
Yeah, please. And when I rolled with wilds, was that should I mark the advancement for that one?
Yes. And this person will also be wild.
Okay. So put a face to a name and roll with mine. No, that's a 4.
Okay, so we're gonna go with you do not know who they are. Yeah. So you see these two people out front. If you want, I'll let you roll put a face to a name for Brumley.
Okay.
Just to see if you can get that debt.
6 and 2 is an 8, plus 1 is 9.
Okay. Well, I mean that's a hit. And I think yeah. You know their reputation. They are like the protector for this court. They're not the court in power over the street. That would be the court of Magnolia. But he's the protector, and he's the one who supposedly has the keystone.
Yeah, I think Malachi will approach without getting like directly into everybody's space and like kind of be like that, extra arm's length away and kind of like.
Beg your pardon.
Sorry to interrupt. I need a moment of your time. You have the energy.
All right. Sorry, Dalish. We'll catch up later. All right. And she walks away. What's up?
Sorry to interrupt.
Do I know you?
Not directly, no. My name's Matt.
Malachi?
Yeah.
I'm expect you know who I am.
I'm aware, yes. Glad to make your acquaintance. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm here because, as we know, there are some things in this world that significant, maybe powerful might be the right term. Sometimes they fall into the hands of people who don't actually own them, and it's up to some people to recover them for the rightful owners.
What are you trying to do here?
I am trying to have no social skills as myself.
Away from the fiction, what do you want, or away from the mechanics, what do you want to happen?
I want to make it clear that I'm here on behalf of somebody else to acquire something that I believe is in his possession.
Okay. So during this conversation, do you want to try and figure him out to see if you can to see if maybe you can figure out what would make him more amenable to that, or do you want to try and just outright persuade him to hand it over, I guess?
I don't feel like that's like to me, I don't feel like that's something I'd just be like, yeah, no, hand it over. Like that feels like a weird option to me. I feel like there's got to be an exchange of something.
Alternatively, do you think you can take it from him?
Is there that moment where like it's hot out and you probably have like sleeves rolled up and stuff, so there are like stick and poke tattoos of like sigils and circles down his arms. But I think there might be that moment where like, the trench coat may flare a little bit and there's like this big axe handle.
Oh, you're also overly dressed for July.
Yeah.
I see.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. How do you think you want to go about this?
I think figure someone out may be the thing here.
Okay.
Right. I think this is to Mike. This feels like something where like there's got to be a give and take to try to reach that.
Let's roll with mine.
Goal that I'm after. Yeah. 5, 6, 7.
Okay, that is a hit.
Yeah. How could I get your character to return this item? or to hand over this item. Return makes an assumption about how it goes.
Every time you sort of bring up that like you know about the keystone, he gets guarded. And the more you pry, the more like agitated he gets. Being the sheriff of Iris means that he is caught up in the machinations of the court of Iris, and he is beholden to somebody else who has entrusted him with this. This is not a threat, but in order to get the keystone, you will have to take it off of his dead body. Or get the okay from someone higher up.
No, look, neither one of us wants the first option. That's not a way to go. It's not my place to I try to avoid collateral damage when possible. So, who can make this decision? There's always powers higher up the chain at play.
Yes.
We're all answering to a master somewhere.
And I highly doubt those powers will give you the time of day. You're welcome to try, but it's really nothing I can do. I can't really get you an audience with them.
We want to try because we don't want the other options, all right?
Is that a threat?
I'm not in a position to be allowed to go back empty-handed.
Are you trying to persuade him?
I probably am. It was a partial hit when I tried to figure him out, right?
Yeah.
Because he gets to.
Oh yes.
He's him back.
Who's pulling your strings? You had hinted at your employer. He's curious. He needs to know.
Okay. I never reveal my faction's secrets, but it doesn't say I never reveal my faction. And I never lie about my identity or purpose. No, I'm Malachi. I have been sent here by the Hanged Man to recover the Keystone.
What the fuck is the Hanged Man?
Exactly. Revel that is a question in your mind and not something that is answered already.
Do you want to go ahead and persuade him?
Yeah.
Roll with heart to see if he can get you that audience.
That ends up as a 6.
That is a miss.
Yeah.
No, and I think we're done here. But if the Hanged Man can figure out what fucking happened here last night, maybe give me a call. But until then, I don't want to see you.
What did happen here last night? Thanks.
He's left.
Yeah. Has there been any word that it would have reached Malachi about like anything that had happened here? Or is it usually the people he hangs out with?
You would have needed to be here in order to have gotten it before now. But now that you are here, if you want to look around and just like get the sense of what's happening on the streets,
Is it studying a place of power, sanctuary, or gathering spot?
I would say so.
Okay.
Yeah. Still at wild.
Now, that's 3.
Okay, that is a miss. Sounds like you need help.
Yes. Hey, gang. Anybody hear about anything weird happening on Underhill last night? She's like leaving the immediate area.
Virgil will answer and be like, bad luck with the Fae. Typical.
Dot 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 stops. Dot 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 stops. Dot 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 stop. Yes. Like
Virgil will send back a you need help with that, and then the like smiling devil face.
dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. Yes.
Virgil will like text him outside of the group threads. This is a separate thing. And just be like, let me know what information you need and I'll ask around.
Yeah, something happened here last night. They're seemed stressed out about it. Don't know what it was.
And we know that you're like looking for a thing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Pretty sure.
Yeah, Virgil would be like, all right, who's got your rock?
The like smiley face with like the censored bar over the mouth. Sheriff of Iris.
Yeah, Virgil would sit back like that's rough, buddy. Let me know if I can help with that too. And then another little smiling devil face.
Yeah. Like finding out what happened last night is step 1.
Yeah, so about it, cool. I'll ask around.
What are y'all up to right now?
Just walk into the church.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
not that far. It's a couple of streets away from where Guy had talked to you. But eventually you do get to the Cathedral of the Redeemer, where all these pamphlets were leading you.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna attempt to get some sort of idea of if there's something more nefarious going on here by talking to Sarah, and if she may have a hand in it or not. Hopefully I will find out.
Yeah. And if she seems vulnerable, just give me a ring.
Do you think this is one of the situations in which I should go in not as forthcoming with my motives? Don't go in questioning her on missing people. Maybe just talk to her about myself, needing a church folk, or I don't know really how to deal with this situation.
You gonna make that face while you do it?
No, I will try my best not to.
Okay, I mean, yeah. Give it a
I
shot.
was told today I was a great actor, so maybe I'll keep working on that.
But yeah, just give me a ring if you find out anything.
Oh, good. Don't look at me like that. Goodbye.
Bye. I'm gonna go get a coffee.
You're too okay with this. I'm questioning our friendship. And I just walk away mumbling.
Right. Abe,
Hello.
you are going to meet Miss Cleo, right?
Yes.
Right. You arrive in historic downtown between at the designated meeting place, and you see her um, sitting inside a shop.
Yeah, I walk up, grab a seat.
Now, tell me what you found.
Pulls out like a little sheet of paper that he wrote stuff down on. Well, I found the footage. It looks like, let me get the name, sorry. Vinay was in the back room there. Ran into this special doorway that I could see and couldn't see. Being chased by chased no, chased not the right word. Mostly floating, maybe teleporting. A darker skinned man in very, very early 1800s clothes. Door disappears.
What you're describing to me sounds like a vengeful spirit. That's helpful. Um, I would need to know a little bit more about this spirit to be able to do anything about it, but that is helpful.
Do you think this spirit was just following him or attached to your shop itself?
I'm not sure. If I knew a little bit more about the spirit's identity, maybe that would help.
Think I should go do some reading?
I mean, if I understand what you're describing to me, you saw a dark man in turn of the 18th century attire. I'm not. That doesn't really narrow it down.
So I saw one camera angle. Do you have more than that? I could go to the security place. Maybe get a massive footage and scrub through it.
I mean, I just have the cameras over the counter and the one in the office, ones around the entrances.
Well, I'd say it's worth a shot me going there. Getting as much footage as I can and setting up in my shop for a little bit.
Well, that's worth a try. I appreciate it.
So when I go to this tyrant security, they can ask me for password, anything like that.
Oh, yeah. And she um, digs in her bag for a folder. Uh, one that you assume that she was given whenever she signed up for their program, and takes out a page. She writes down something on it and hands it to you.
All right. We'll put a face to this ghost.
I must warn you, I am going to be unavailable after about like 2.
Everything okay?
Well, I still need to figure out why the world is falling apart.
Me too.
Thank you, Mr. Abraham. She gets up, walks away.
Oh, one more thing.
Yes.
My favor from you. If I provide you with a keepsake of a friend, would you be able to give me some information on their final moments?
I think I could do that.
He hands out an old pocket knife.
And this belonged to.
Thomas.
Right. So what I'm gonna do. Ooh. Let's see if. That doesn't work. Give me 1 second. Because I feel like there's a lovely list of questions that I can steal from somewhere.
Okay. Old man's going ghost hunting.
It is definitely withholding texting you updates because you haven't texted her updates, and she's a little bitter about it. So she's like, I know who the ghost is, but I'm not going to tell him until he texts me first.
Ask a question. I will answer it honestly. You get 1. I am using the Oracle move, Eye All Seeing. This hurts, but she owes you a favor.
How do I ask it? I guess a description of the surroundings of Thomas when he was killed. Anything of note, small or large, that could possibly give me any lead.
Would someone like to describe what this area looked like during Thomas's final moments?
It was a nice fall evening. Mid-October. Actually, I don't know how long this did this happen. I guess this happened a while ago, right? Like it.
It would have happened within the span of a month.
A month.
Like
Okay.
it's pretty fresh.
Gotcha. Yeah. So it was. I'm trying to think. Yeah. So I think it was like a warehouse of some kind, like down in the docks. And there was a lot of like really weird, strange, like contraband, but like the different kind of contraband. Um, all kind of like spread around in crates, like kind of thrown open.
Different kind, meaning like magical,
like magic
things
kind of stuff.
and stuff you don't want to have. Okay.
Yeah, like things that like demons would be moving and stuff like that, rather than like regular smugglers would be moving. Like all that stuff's kind of thrown open, because I think that Virgil would have picked like someone else's turf to do this on, because he's not dumb. So it's
I like
like
it.
kind of like, so it's like a warehouse that belongs to well, I mean, you wouldn't be able to see the outside, you just see the inside, and but you can definitely tell that there's like magical contraband around.
Any group identifiers or anything like that, or just stuff splayed?
Don't think that any of that would be like visible or around, like, because I feel like when demons move stuff, they just use crates that like any company uses and then just put stuff in it. But
Demons
I
don't
mean,
get
Connor, if you
inside.
The demon guys on
You
the
don't.
side.
You don't mark your shit.
Property of Satan.
That's how you get tracked.
all of them have a pentagram on them. It's perfect. But yeah, no, I think that was definitely where it was at. It was in one of those warehouses, and I don't know how much more description.
If it is within the final moment, if it was in the very, very final moment,
very,
I
very
guess how
final moment.
close were you?
That's a good question. I'm just gonna, because I don't know for sure. I'm just gonna roll dice, and if I roll bad, then it's very close.
Did you Wile E. Coyote my friend?
No,
Like
no.
drop a box on him or something?
Like I'm torn between like gun and like demon claw, and I got to figure out. I think like a miss is a demon claw, and a hit is like a gun. So like not that close. And I got a 4, so I think there is like, sort of. Oh wait, I have to reference my character sheet now. 1 moment. I think the thing in the surroundings, it'd be like just the whole thing, right? Or just part.
I would like to think that within this vision, number one, it's not like Abraham is going to be able to recognize you from this,
Right.
because he's getting the description secondhand.
Mm-hmm.
But I think within the vision, it'll be a lot clearer, closer to the pocket knife, which would be closer to the arm.
Right.
Probably not as good of a view of like your torso and everything.
Right. Yeah, I think what is clear is like this really big, like these long like black claws, kind of like sticking through kind of deal. Like maybe he wasn't expecting it, like he wasn't looking, and then like maybe some like black feathers, kind of going like in front of him, sort of deal. Or like one lands on the arm or something.
And
Okay.
she relays as much of this as she can to you, through very pained breaths. The effort that she is putting into this is hurting her, but she owed you a favor.
Miss Cleo, thank you for that.
Of course, Mr. Abraham. Let me know if you need any. Let me know if you find out anything else that would help me, and maybe I can help you further. Probably
get to it.
nothing that would spend that much effort.
Yeah, get some rest.
And she excuses herself and walks away.
Okay. I sit there for a while.
Right. So we've got Malachi asking for Virgil to figure out stuff with the Fae, and we've
Mhm.
got Ada looking out the church.
Virgil was going to go get coffee and then try to see if he can find a street musician.
Oh, absolutely. There's just an acoustic guitarist like within the coffee shop who
Yeah.
much better than some of the other street performers, just like is playing instrumentals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Virgil would go get like a cup of coffee and then walk up, and then just kind of knowing, like, I feel like he would know how to get Citri's attention if he needed to, like, talk to them. Just kind of walk up to him and be like, "Hey, man, do you know Crossroad Blues?"
I think I can do that, yes. And the voice that comes back, you don't expect it to match this person,
Mhm.
but the way that they speak, it is very familiar to you.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So found Sarah-ish. She hangs out at that church over there. Working on it. You know how it goes. Waiting on a good opportunity, that kind of thing. Was wondering, you need anything from the Fae? Like, we got any angles there going on?
No. I've asked you to do something. It hasn't been done yet.
I'm working on it.
Hmm.
Nothing? You got nothing in the Fae?
No, I don't have anything with the Fae.
Fine, I'll have to ask somebody else then.
Get it done.
Look, give me like an hour and a half,
And
dude.
never
Come on.
deign to tell me what I know again.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was that? What do you want? What
Wonderwall.
request? You want me to play Wonderwall?
Look, man, everybody's got to know how to play it.
No, everybody does not.
Okay, what was your thing? Like classical? You play like any like flamenco kind of Spanish
I can do
thing?
flamenco, yeah.
Yeah, let's hear some of that.
It shifts into some Spanish music, yeah.
Nice. I like that. Look over the counter. Good beans.
Damn
He's gonna
good
walk in.
beans.
He's just gonna walk outside. And text Akiko.
Request a song, don't tip and leave.
He's not in a good mood.
He doesn't have a soul.
Also that, yeah. But yeah, is gonna text Akiko and be like, "Hey, buddy, got any stuff going on in the Fae?"
I gotta check on something. I gotta check my notes. In the meantime, Ada, how's it going?
Oh, feeling real conflicted, wave of guilt, but also real suspicious. So really letting all of these emotions like weigh on her in a physical way. So she looks really downtrodden and in need of some sort of help, someone to talk her through a situation, really letting all that sit as she walks into the church.
Okay. You do. We agreed that it was a Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there will be they are either getting ready for a service or ending a service. Maybe even between those.
Gotcha.
There's like the early bird mass, and then there's like the the like regular people mass. The early bird mass is for old people and people who want to go to brunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
What I will say is you can choose when you want to enter or like when you're trying to make this move.
I think I want to kind of come in near the tail end of one, maybe sit in a pew in the back,
Mhm.
catch the last like few minutes, see what exactly is kind of being said, make a real show of like, I'm here
Mhm.
for all of this, as sketchy as I may think it is.
Yeah.
And then, I out Sarah for when we can talk amongst ourselves.
Okay. What do you have marked?
Everything but wild.
Damn it. Okay.
Yeah.
I can't help you there.
I know. I have nothing to do with the wild. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
You've got Virgil.
Yeah, but
Um,
you got to take me shopping in the market so I can get my wild.
Probably be over there later today. It's fine.
Can you roll with hit the streets with power?
Yeah. Yeah, so that's good. That's a 12.
Okay. That is a hit. They are available.
Beautiful.
And they have the stuff. So after the service, you look out in the crowd and you do see Sarah. She recognized you. She was, hey, I didn't see you before the service started, but that's good.
Yeah, I was a little late, but I caught the end of it. It was very, very pleasant.
Well, yeah. Do you want to talk about anything? How'd you like the service? Did you have anything maybe we can help you with?
I was just thinking after being here and still looking for John. It seems he's maybe taking some space to turn himself around, which I admire. And I was kind of hoping for some of the same enlightenment, I guess, and guidance. I feel like the same humdrum every day. Maybe try and do something a little more. I don't know. And y'all seem to be doing that for people. So I thought, you surround yourself by those you wish to relate to or embody. And I just thank you so much. And I go to like hold her hand. And I'm going to skim the surface.
All right.
I hope I don't fuck up.
Tell me what that does.
All right.
Because I don't know.
When you touch someone, you attempt to read their surface thoughts. Roll with a spirit. Ask the player questions from this below. What are you thinking about right now? Who or what are you protecting? What secrets are you currently keeping? Or what is your hidden pain? I get 10 plus. I get to ask 3.
All right.
7, 9, 1. On a miss, I hurt us both.
Roll.
So this could turn 7. Oh, that's a 6. Okay, and that's a 4. Okay, that's good. Okay. Whew. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh shit.
That's a super crit.
Holy shit. Okay. Okay, good, because 3 of the questions were the ones I wanted to ask, and now I get to ask them all. So I guess first, I want to know, what is her hidden pain?
Her hidden pain is that days after joining the church, her father died. And it is very hard for her to not connect the two events.
I let a little tear roll down, but I'm making it seem like I'm real moved and I want to change my life. Which I kind of do now. Then what secrets are you currently keeping?
trying to think of what she actually knows and what secrets are hers and what are
Right. Right.
not. Read the question in full again.
What secrets are you currently keeping?
Damn, there's no limit to that, is there?
There's a plural about secrets.
The way that it would be phrased in her mind
Mhm.
is that she helps rehabilitate those who have been touched by the darkness. Tries to, at least. And sometimes that doesn't go according to plan, but it worked for her.
I mean, this may be reaching too far. Do I get any hint with that maybe Boss Man's missing guy may have been it doesn't always work? Just saying, as I was
that would be something that
him.
That would be something that you would be able to put together, but there are just I don't even know if you would get the flashes in the mind. I guess what is your last question?
And the last one is, who or what are you protecting?
She is protecting the church and that which has saved her. So, right now, specifically, that is Mother Estelle.
Do I know at all? Okay, so, and I don't know if I would even know, or I feel like it could be something that maybe I could like tap into either now or could or feel with my like connectedness to just everything. When maybe this kind of like, how did we put it earlier? The like a weakening planar border thing may have started happening. Like, can I trace back to when maybe I started feeling weird or I started noticing a timeline or anything?
How would you want to try and find that? If I can make a suggestion,
yes,
that would be maybe tapping into your oracle powers and letting it out to try and look into the recent past or coming future of a place or object nearby.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking. So yeah.
Okay. Now, whenever you let it out, you will mark corruption. I don't think that's a problem for anybody right now because nobody's marked corruption.
Nope, but I'll take it. All my let it out moves are cool. I'm just gonna like take it to the edge.
Mine are too.
Listen,
I'm excited about mine.
Y'all want to mark corruption.
Yeah, you did good stuff for a while.
Like, get those good advancement moves. Just understand, whenever you get 30 of them, eventually things are going to get bad.
But I get a really cool end move too. I want to see that out. I just get to tell a ominous warning to everyone as I die.
Okay, so
die.
Roll to let it out. Roll with spirit.
Or retire the character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, retire or die. Oh, that's 2 6s. I just had a bitch about rolling subpar and now I'm popping off. You said spirits, that's 13.
Okay. On a 10 plus, you can ignore the corruption or the complications of this.
Oh, cool.
But on a hit, You activate that ability, and I will tell you how the effect is: costly, limited, or unstable. Looking into yeah, you're trying to look into the past to see how these things happened, right?
Yeah, because I'm just, a lot of stuff is happening in a relatively close amount of time. I want to see if it all kind of maybe connects to this weird happenstance, and maybe like what it is possibly, start to get that idea.
It's so whenever you do that, you don't really have whenever if you're trying to do this to look at a certain event, it's going to be very hard whenever you don't know exactly where that took place. So if you're doing it here, if it did not happen here, it probably won't give you exactly what you want.
Right.
You've already rolled.
Yeah, I have no idea where it could even be centered. So I'm
you've already rolled, so I'm going to tell you it did happen here.
Oh, perfect.
So
Good time.
this is absolutely good. The way that I'm going to make this costly is you touched her and shook her hands and everything, and immediately started looking into the past.
Mhm.
If you try and get a very, very good look, which you would be able to do with a 12 plus, it's going to look a little weird.
Yeah.
It might raise a little bit of suspicion because you're just going to be like standing there looking at nothing in
It's like-
particular.
Wide-eyed.
You got
yeah.
that's a raven face.
I wish I could do it. I can't. Yeah. No, I mean, hey, we're rolling with it. I can play it off. She knows weird shit happens.
So you can either avoid the corruption or you can avoid the complication.
And the complication is just looking weird. And
the complication is raising suspicion.
Cool. Yeah, no, I'll avoid that then. I'll take the corruption.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you look back. To this very chapel, and even start letting the vision draw you into other rooms, and you are brought back to the back room where right now people are having like Sunday potluck, the after church fellowship that some of the smaller churches do. But you're taken back to some time in the past, not very, very long ago, where all you see is this woman that you recognize as Mother Estelle. And she's just there in this little dress, just like kneeling, praying for something, anything. There are tears in her eyes. And she says, I can't. I need your help. There's so much darkness here, and I don't know what to do. And there is just this brightness, this burning light that is so difficult to look at, and you're shunted out of this vision to some other time where it is just Mother Estelle and Sarah. Sarah has walked in, and there's this older gentleman that I don't know if you recognize. Other people at the table might recognize it as Thomas, her father. And they are...
Yeah, because I saw, that's my thing, is like I saw it happen and I haven't told Abraham, so I think I would have.
Yeah, okay, so you do. So you recognize that he has been brought in. And she asks that the three gather hands and pray. And they do, until something jerks, something is brought forth, and this creature of ice and smoke and anger and hatred folds its way into the room from somewhere that it should not have ever been and reaches out in snarling anger for the girl that was in its grasp not that long ago, and this bright light once again shines, burns, and eviscerates the demon Levistus. And she is saved. And this creature of light, it's this influence that is casting out into the world seems to grow even stronger. And then you feel these ripples, this distortion, these boundaries not behaving as they should. And you've got a fucking migraine. There is a lot of bright light that happened very quickly in your third eye. It's blah. And here you are in the fellowship hall. Somebody just like passed you a little styrofoam cup of coffee. Yeah, you seem like you need this. You seem a little tired.
Thank you.
It's just, some mortal.
Yeah. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. First day here, very lovely service and fellowship.
Yeah, it's just so warms the heart,
Is Sarah still around, or did in my days she's
still
separate?
around.
Kind of want to go up to her, see if there's like I can kind of pull her away from a crowd, kind of get in a little like quieter kind of situation.
Yeah. Excuse us. Yeah, what's going on?
I can't quite explain this right now. And I know you don't know me other than just in passing the last few days. Could I suggest you maybe leave the church for the day? Have a little week, early week getaway. I can hope it'll be very healing for you.
I'm sorry? What?
There may be some forces that aren't as keen to the light nearing, and I may be able to intervene for a moment if you would allow me to.
Are you trying to persuade an NPC?
Yeah, I kind of want her to just get the fuck out long enough that I can talk to Virgil before shit goes down.
Roll with heart.
Okay. Oh God, I have -1. Oh God, no, that's 6, 5. It's 5.
That is a miss. I can't just leave. No. I really don't know what you're suggesting, but you're making me very uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
That's not how we do things here.
Just stay with a group of people for a while.
All right.
Okay. I hope to see you next Sunday.
All right.
Very sorry. And then I just kind of rush out.
Okay. So we are getting to that point where we should start the faction moves. But does anybody have anything else that they want to do immediately?
I just want to talk to Virgil to make sure he doesn't go murdering this chick before I talk to him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much. Oh,
'Cause that's
and
like
also,
gonna happen in like an hour kind of thing, unless he's
yeah,
convinced not to.
yeah. um, yeah, that's the only real pressing thing of.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. If not, let's figure out what's going to happen over the next couple of days with the faction turn. Oof. Yeah, so no, that is not. I need the reference. There we go. Faction moves.
So is it going to be possible for me to do this Sarah thing before the next couple of days?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, because I kind of want to get that done.
So, backing away from the game mechanics, what do y'all want to happen over the next couple of days? Like, from tonight. Let's say that. What do y'all want to happen tonight? Because Bacchanali is going to start.
Mm-hmm. Virgil wants to finish his job. And he's in
Ada
a
wants
real
to
bad mood.
Pause it. Yeah,
Okay.
I think pretty much like as soon as she would have walked out, it would have been text or knew he was waiting nearby, and she's going up and be like, I learned some shit real quick, and kind of lay out the like, you're hunting them because they can apparently kill demons, is my best guess, because some random bright ass light killed the demon boss, and she is saved because she is now a free agent as well. Do with that info what you will. I know you're trying to break the leash, but they seem sketchy. But hey, give me an option. And then, that's she and the dad and this Estelle chick. And if I had to guess, Mother Estelle might be the next on the list because this is some god-esque light thing. I want to talk to Malachi about it probably. Is killing the darkness because Mother still prayed to it. And that's when shit started getting weird, and we got to fix it because if Guy dies again, I'll be real sad.
Yeah, so what you're saying is I need to go do my job because they're making things funny.
I mean,
Is that what you're saying?
Look, you want away from your boss, don't you?
Yeah.
So did Sarah. So did Thomas, apparently.
Yeah. But
So,
hey, I'm not going to pray to do it.
no, but I'm just saying, can you really blame them?
That's not my job.
I mean, you do with that what you will, but I think she was just trying to get out of a bad situation, and she does not deserve to die for it because some demons are sticking their head into the mortal world. I do think whatever this light is, we need to take care of ASAP because I did have a vision of it taking my boss, and I do not appreciate that. So, whatever, I'm not going to meddle in your business. You do what you will, but I'm walking away. That's what happened. Now at least we know. And if you really think you can go through with it, go through. I know you can. You don't got a soul. You don't care. But just letting you know.
See you later.
Yeah. Okay.
Just kind of tosses the coffee cup in the trash can and like kind of takes a seat across from the church. He's got stuff to do later, but
Okay.
I know that there's like tons of benches around that area. So, but yeah, he's gonna wait for Sarah to leave the church, and then that's
How
the plan.
long do you wait?
Till after the night service if he has to.
Can I do something?
Sure.
I
If we go too late, I'll move the faction turn to the start of the next thing.
maybe the only, I don't know. Can I let it out again
Okay.
and twist the strands of fate to help an NPC?
In your presence.
Yeah, I haven't left.
Whose presence are you trying to get in?
I mean, I think Sarah. I don't what. How close is presence? Do I have to be like standing next to her, or can I be like
I'd say at least
in
eyesight.
the area eyesight?
And I remind Ada that she owes me 3 debts.
You didn't call upon them, and I walked away from you.
Well, I didn't have
I
a good.
mean-
I didn't know that you were doing anything directly against what I was doing, so I couldn't.
That's true.
But so I don't really know how I'm supposed to do that. But Virgil was definitely like, "Hey, you should help me," kind
Well,
of deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will say, if you do
Just
want to
wanna give
try
her
and twist the
time.
threads of fate,
Mm-hmm.
you will need to go back in the church because she is not left.
No, I'm not doing that. Because I was just gonna, if I could just like give her some extra cover as she left the building or something to buy her a little more time for us to figure out what the fuck's going on. But I also don't want to meddle, obviously, in Purple's business.
There is a night service.
Mhm.
Sarah still has not left. And once everybody from the night, well, most everybody from the night service leaves, just from looking around the church, you can still see that there are people inside.
Mhm.
Still waiting. It is dark, which means it is very, very clear whenever from across the town there is just this massive pillar of light that engulfs one section of the university. It is there for an instant, and then it is gone. And then the lights go out in the church. Malachi. I'd like to think at this moment you're sitting in like a store or a bar or something, or it's Sunday night. Oh God, Bacchanal is opening on Sunday. Buchanan would
Facts.
do that.
Yeah, he would.
Buchanan would absolutely do that. Or even just like on the couch and just like across from you. Suddenly there's just this plume of smoke that's sitting around this gentleman who has a cigarette in his mouth. All you can really see is the glint coming off of his glasses. Malachi.
I do for you.
We have another artifact for you. The Apocryphon of Zorus.
About like one of those little tiny, like spiral bound notepads, little golf pencil.
Yep, yep.
Apocryphon of what?
The Apocryphon of Zorus. I will.
Yeah.
I will post it in our little chat.
Okay.
You will find it at the university, at the home of the Hermetic Order of the White Rose. In the possession of no one.
Excellent. That'll make things easy.
You must hurry.
That was my next question. Tonight?
You leave?
As soon as possible, then.
Okay.
Any feedback from him on like timeline? Yeah.
You must hurry.
Understood.
They just repeat it in the same like droning voice. They don't like insist. They just repeat themselves.
It's like draining the end of the glass, putting it towards the back edge of the bar, padded pocket. Up off the bar stool. On my way now.
Okay.
Do I know who that one was?
But roll a face to name. Power.
6 + 4 + 1 is 11.
Hierophant. And with that, I will tell you a little bit more. The Hierophant is probably the one that you know the most about. He is the entity that seems to know and is able to speak on the city's machinations and its factions, of the factions. It was no mistake that he came up to talk about the artifact that was held by
Somebody else.
the Hermetic Order of the White Rose.
Okay.
Specifically. He seems to be in tune of that.
Is that the same group that Dr. Jose was part of? And
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
I keep forgetting that I tell you things. Look at y'all taking notes. All right. So, Virgil, what's going on?
If the lights went out, I think Virgil is going to try to take advantage of that and get into the church. And I think the way he does that is with kind of his demonic powers. To kind of like move through shadow kind of deal.
Okay. Do you need to do anything special to do that?
I mean, looking at so my let it out powers are one of them is move through or past a physical obstacle created by mortal hands. And like I'm more talking about the building, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, it's like just to get into a good spot and like try to get to wherever, like search the building in shadow, kind of is the goal.
Roll it out.
Sweet. And that is plus blood or something. I don't know. Spirit. Spirit. Where's my sheet? There it is. That is a 10.
Okay. The cost, um, is as you attempt to try and do this, you realize that this place is warded against threats.
Hmm.
So you forcing your way in may caught like passing these wards. It can't completely stop you. You're not a demon. Not fully. It might hurt.
Yeah.
So that's what it'll cost you.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled a 10 plus. So you can avoid that, or you can avoid the corruption.
I'm gonna avoid that.
Okay. You
Give
slither
me
in.
them sweet bad boy points.
You make your way in. It is dark. The pews are empty. You search around into the back room. Hey, are you trying to avoid anything?
Like
avoid
I'm-
letting anybody get away.
Yeah.
Avoid
for
missing anything.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to avoid missing Sarah.
Hey, can you keep your cool and remember that you have +1 from
I do have
meditating with
+1.
Logan?
Yeah.
This is using that up, by the way.
Cool. That's a spirit as well. 8.
You can avoid at this point. As you break or as you sneak into the next room using your shadow self, you can see that these people, Mother Still, Sarah, a few others, are going out of one of the back entrances to a set of cars to the parking lot, and they are at this point making their way out. You can avoid letting Sarah escape, but you will reveal yourself to all of them, and Sarah's the only person who's going to get away, or not going to get away.
Okay. Can I do something before that I would need to do anyway?
Yeah. Talk to me.
I want to roll my move the devil inside and assume my demon form first.
Okay.
Because it doesn't look much like me. And I don't care if they know it's a demon. And plus, Virgil's just in a bad enough mood that it's like it's there anyway.
Right. Roll with blood.
Oh,
I think that's the first blood roll.
Yes. Time to do violence.
Except for that one that happened a month ago.
Yeah. That is a 9 plus 1, so that's a 10.
Pick 3.
I'm gonna get demonic weapon, demonic movement, and take +1 forward.
You okay, and you assume that form. How do you prevent Sarah from escaping?
Is she like front of the line or like last?
She's in the back. She's ushering people out.
I think like as he transforms into this demonic form, like his skin just turns into like this black, like misty smoke, and there's these like big feathered wings, and I think they just like flap forward and slam the door before she's able to get out after everybody else is left. And there's probably like a window and stuff, so like they'll be able to see, but that keeps her from leaving.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like a glass door, even.
Sure.
I'm just trying to think of a way to where that still happens, because if it was like a metal door, then they wouldn't really be able to see anything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No, that makes sense. Yeah. And she looks panicked, sees you, and she's a former Taina. She knows what a demon is. And she looks like she's going to try and defend herself, although she does not appear to have any weapons on her. What do you do?
Yeah, I think Burls is just gonna kind of like turn his head to the side and kind of be like, sorry, I'm in a hurry, and then just kind of kill her quickly.
Okay, it sounds like you are trying to turn to violence. Please roll with
Yeah,
blood.
I'm turning to violence. I'm turning to violence. I'm doing violence. That is a 9. Oh wait, 10, because I have +1 forward.
Who? Oh, we are just doing a murder. Whenever you turn to violence, you inflict harm as established. On a 10 plus. Okay, so what is your weapon? How much does it
3
do?
harm hand.
Okay, so that'll do 3 harm. She does not have armor. She is not going to die from this first hit, unless. What else would you like to do?
I'll inflict terrible harm.
I have to remember what that does.
It's +1 harm.
Okay. Oh, well, she still won't die.
Then could I take something from them, and that being like her way of defending herself?
What's your weapon?
It's like giant claws at that point.
Yeah. So it looks like she was reaching out for like it's not quite a rosary.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a beaded necklace that on the end has a pair of feathers on it, or what look like feathers. And you that hand is no longer a part of her.
Mm-hmm.
Your opposition also chooses one, and they are going to, well, they can no longer inflict harm on you, but they put you in a bad spot.
Mm-hmm.
And what that means is you need to get close to them to do this. And standing outside the door is everybody who is in the room before. They're still getting into the cars, but they have a very clear view of you. And you see a flash of something that may harm you in the next couple of moments. If you look, you see one of the women in the passenger seat of one of the cars has her hand outstretched towards you, and something is about to happen. What do you do?
I'm gonna finish what I came here to do.
Roll.
9.
Do you want to describe how this happens, or do we just want to back up?
I think it's quick.
Okay. And as you do this, you notice a horrifying burning in the side of your demonic form, as just this, it's like fire straight on your skin. You are going to you're going to be taking 2 harm. It is armor piercing.
Is this a blessed or holy source?
It is.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's just 2.
And the cards begin to leave very quickly.
Yeah, I think just gonna leave.
Malachi, you've left to go retrieve this Apocryphon, correct?
There's a lot of more aggressive driving than is called for on a Sunday evening, where I was at the university.
You make your way over to the university pretty quickly, and you go. You make the loop around, not toward the academic buildings, but towards where the more extramural or extracurricular stuff happens, the fraternity houses and everything. And you go up to one of them, or where you thought one of them was, but it's just a smoldering ruin. Like, you can see the skeleton of it. You can see the letters of the Greek organization that served as a front for this order.
Right.
You get out of the car, you walk in, and you look around. And you find what you're looking for. There's this untouched leather tome with arcane symbols on it, clutched in a charred skeleton. We'll pick up with this in a couple weeks. But the last thing that I just want to point out is that whenever you quickly leave with this new artifact in tow, hey, you got one, and you quickly leave, as you exit the university and just take one last glance back, you see the headlights of a few cars making their way toward the university. And that's where we're going to pick it up. As you know, we come back whenever a couple of days have passed in the city. But yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, dang.
I did not. I knew that I was going to drop a nuke. I didn't expect it to happen within the last 30 seconds, or what was supposed to be the last 30 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, lordy.
I didn't notice that on my demon form, I'm working a job for my patron, so I get to pick an extra one. And then I can mark corruption for an extra one from that list.
Oop.
Which would have been helpful, because one of those is heal 2 harm.
Oh,
I mean, you can do that now.
I'm gonna mark corruption for that one.
yeah, they left.
Okay.
Oh man.
Damn.
Give me my bad boy points.
Nom,
I
nom, nom,
earned
nom,
it.
nom, nom, nom.
I
know.
earned them. I earned them
You
real
earned
good.
Yes, you did.
Ooh, I'm advancing a whole bunch of my storms.
Uh-oh.
Or a whole bunch of my clocks.
Oh no,
Ah.
the doomsday clock's a ticking.
I mean that's how I had to arrange like everything that's happening. It's just
Yeah.
like they're all clocks that are set up, and I just have to mark them off as they advance.
That's good game
Oh,
design.
boy. Yeah.
That's just good game
Okay.
design.
Uh,
Tick, tick, tick.
tick tick.
Boom.
So, I mean, got any announcements or anything, or just
Oh yeah.
man, do people want to talk about what just happened? Because there's a
Oy.
lot.
There's a lot
Oy,
to
oy.
unpack.
Yeah, I'll digest a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Poor Abe. Yeah, he's gonna learn so much. It's gonna be so sad.
It's gonna be real. I killed 2 people tonight. One of them was like a month ago, but I just
Oh.
I
You
talked
had to
about it
relive
tonight.
it. Oh,
I had to relive it.
oh no, you had to relive your.
It came out
the
on
murder that
camera
you-
tonight. Yeah, well, sometimes when you're a demon's employee, you have to do a murder.
You
I
just
did.
have to.
You just gotta.
Hey, but you figured out why.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's fair.
Well, I only have one announcement. Hopefully, anyways. Next Thursday is more Tomb of Annihilation in the jungles.
Yep.
That's all I got.
Saturday we have Mass Effect. Casey and me and Tay will be there, as well as Blair and Gavin and David. And I think that's everybody, right?
That's fine.
And then there's a Cyberpunk game coming to the Consave soon, ish, on like
Yeah.
Tuesdays.
Yeah, either next Tuesday or the Tuesday after. Look, I should probably have my scheduling done for this month. I don't. But one
It's
of
the
the
start of a
Tuesdays.
whole new month. It's you start
I
blank
still
slating
haven't
it.
even
Yeah,
done
it's
July's
good.
schedule.
You're
We'll have
So.
this, yeah, we'll have the schedule done by the 15th.
Yeah, that was gone.
We're working on it. We're focusing on Gen Con, so the games are less frequent for me running them. So.
Yeah. But I think that's everything until Red Market's on Wednesday.
Yep.
That's till weeks. That's like a whole. That's this week and next week covered. I think that's enough announced.
And then we'll be right back here.
To Thursday to deal with the
Woo.
consequences of our
Of
actions.
Virgil's
Consequences.
actions.
Ah, the consequences.
Who needs that?
Gross.
Well, thanks for the game, Connor.
Yeah.
I enjoyed what I was here for. I'm gonna go back and watch the stuff
It'll
that
work.
I missed.
Ooh, bad work.
Bad work.
Yeah.
Boo.
That's all right.
Ooh, job.
All right.
Wait.
Cool.
All right. Well, that's all from us. We'll see you on Saturday. Right? Yeah.
That's all,
Sat-
folks.
feels like
Saturday.
Thursday. Yeah, Saturday. Bye, everybody. See you then. I don't have any catchphrases, so we're just leaving.
Don't be a dick.
Wear a mask.
Just
Yep.
use David's. He doesn't,
Let,
Go
let
ahead
the
and-
good times
Just-
roll.
I get to say
Brush
it
your
now.
teeth.
Dice.
Yes.
Have fun and play well. That felt
Ayy.
wrong. It felt wrong. Bye.
Yeah.
And may all your rolls be crits. Somebody needs to do that part. Come on.
Faisez la
Boom.
bon
We
temps
got it.
roulette.
Yeah, I was like,
That's
what's
a
the
good
French? Let the good times roll.
That's a good
I
one.
couldn't remember.
We'll
it.
workshop
Faisez la
it.
bon temps roulette.
We'll workshop it. Yeah,
Look,
good
I have
times
it
tonight.
in the promos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was good
Like,
times.
let the good
tonight.
times roll. Like roll dice. Like
Yeah,
Or
I like
listen,
it.
I was being clever.
You've had so many clever moments just today
Mhm.
alone.
it's the puns.
Yeah, the puns.
It's great. All
They
right.
were rolling. Okay, well.
See you guys later.
Bye.